right, so this is the most anticipated movies of 2022 video. I'm going to talk about my top 10 lists, and then the movie canon movie council will be making their input on my choices, whether they agree with them or not. I'm gonna have 3 honorable mentions first, and then I'll go to the 10th all the way to the first, to the most anticipated movie that I have for 2022. And then I'll ask you guys if you guys want to talk about a movie that's coming out in 2022, or even a project. Like, let's say it's a Disney series or HBO Max series or whatever. If you want to talk about that I didn't mention, then you guys can do that. And then I'll ask you guys individually, what is your top most anticipated project coming out in 2022? So we're gonna go ahead and introduce the Movie Canon Movie Council for today's video, and today I'm being joined by the one and only Chevo, also known as Alex.
Hello.
And then we have Marie joining us again here today.
Hello.
And then Ivan.
Yo.
And Jessica.
Hello.
All right, so let's begin here. So I have 3 honorable mentions. So I'm gonna start with Hocus Pocus 2. Which I do want to watch because I did like the first one. No, I did watch it as a kid, so that's probably why I still want to watch this movie. It's not going to come out theatrically, so it'll be on Disney Plus, and I actually don't have high expectations for this movie, but I still want to see it. So
Is it the original cast?
it is the original cast: Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and I always forget the other lady's name. But yeah, the original cast, or the 3 witches. So that's just an honorable mention, and I'm sure all you guys don't agree with that, but it is for me. Another honorable mention that I have here is The Northman. That one's coming out on April 8th. They just recently released a trailer for this movie, and it's from the filmmaker who made The Witch, and who most recently made The Lighthouse. I mean, I think both of those movies are kind of weird and different. This is from Robert Eggers. He's the filmmaker who made those movies. So he's making this, or he already made this movie called The Northman, starring one of the Skarsgård kids, or I call them kids, but they're like in his 40s, I think. But I mean, the trailer looks really good, looks interesting, as a grounded story set in Iceland at the turn of the 10th century that centers on a Nordic prince who seeks revenge for the death of his father. At least that's the summary this movie, and the trailer looks pretty decent, but it's not higher on my anticipating list because I didn't really enjoy The Lighthouse. Like, I appreciated some things in the movie, but I thought it was a little too weird for me, and I didn't love it that much, so that's why it's not higher. But I did like The Witch, so that's why I still have some interest in that. And the next one here is the last honorable mention that I'm going to talk about here is Avatar 2. That's the James Cameron Avatar, not The Last Airbender, and that's supposed to come out in December. I don't know if it's actually going to come out in December. I haven't heard anything, but this movie kept getting pushed, and that was even before the pandemic. So so far it's stayed at that position, at that date, but like I said, it could still be pushed back. And Avatar is not really on the top 10, at least on my top 10 list, because I liked the first Avatar movie, but I thought the story was kind of done. It was just like Dances with Wolves, aliens. So I mean, the story wasn't that interesting to me, but everything else was, the special effects, direction, basically everything else was top notch. And I'm curious to see what James Cameron's going to do with a sequel of Avatar, because from my understanding, it's the ocean life of I think Pandora. Is that the name of it? Pandora. So I'm interested in seeing that. So that's what's on my honorable mentions. Any of you guys have any thoughts on my honorable mentions so far, or at least the honorable mentions that I have?
That which movie?
Hocus Pocus?
Weird choice. Yeah, I didn't like the first one.
Okay.
I've never seen Hocus Pocus, but I'll probably watch these 2 back to back. Is it coming out in October?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I'll watch them because I hear a lot about it. The Northman is in my top anticipated films. I did enjoy The Lighthouse and The Witch. And Avatar 2, I don't think it will come out this year just because it feels like
Like-
you hear it every year.
Yeah, like we haven't really heard anything about it in years.
Yeah.
But
Feels like waiting for the sequel to the next Game of Thrones, the book. It's just like
Oh,
you hear about
yeah.
it and you keep saying it's gonna come out this year, but now you don't expect it anymore.
yeah.
Aren't they shooting all of them together? Like a bunch of them?
Yeah, they're shooting the
Two, three,
first
four?
the first two,
Oh,
or the first two sequels. I mean, Avatar 2 and 3, and I think they're waiting. I think, and then they'll shoot 4 and 5 back to back.
jeez. Okay.
So it's gonna be 5 Avatar movies at the end of the day. Jessica, any thoughts on my honorable mentions?
I've never seen Hocus Pocus either. Wow. But yeah, I would like to watch them both back to back. Let's see what else. Avatar, I'm not excited for like at all. Maybe because it's been so long,
Yeah,
but also just because I feel like even when I first saw it, it wasn't anything I haven't seen before. So like story wise, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, and then maybe it was just overhyped with like the technology and like all that stuff. So I was like, eh. So I'm not very excited about that. But I'll watch it, of course. What was the last
The
one?
Northman.
The
yeah.
Northman.
I think that looks really interesting because I actually was really surprised by the lighthouse. I actually liked it a lot, and I love the witch. So
Marie.
I think the Northman has a nice look to it. I like the way they're consistent with the lighting and the color and all that stuff. So it looks cool. Hocus Pocus, I wasn't a fan. I didn't like part 1. So I don't think I'll watch part 2. And Avatar, I liked part 1 because I like the concept of everything being linked together. Like the life of a tree is linked to the life of, I don't know what they were, aliens.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was a cool concept, so I'm interested in seeing what aquatic life, how they translate that.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to get to my top 10 most anticipated films of 2022. At the number 10 spot, we have Scream, which is really Scream 5. So they're doing the whole thing that they did with Halloween, where they just changed the name, or they kept the name to the original or the first one, and then they didn't add a number to it or whatever, a sequel title to it. So we have Scream, that is coming out on January 14th. I mean, I always liked the Scream movies. I think the weakest one was the third one for me, and I think it has something to do with the writer. I think the writer, I think it's something Kruger, Aaron Kruger or something like that. So he was not. It wasn't Kevin Williamson when he wrote the third one, and you can tell it's kind of different, and I didn't really like it that much. And you got the original cast. We have Neve Campbell. What's her name? Courtney Cox.
Mm-hmm.
David Arquette, and then they have a bunch of younger actors. Whoever's popular right now. They usually cast people that are like in Scream 2. They cast Sarah Michelle Gellar because she was like popular at the time, or whatever. So now these younger actors in this new Scream movie, we see these actors that are in other shit now. So I mean, we don't know too much about the movie, just that Neve Campbell is, or Sydney Prescott is still alive, and she's being attacked again, and
she's screaming.
and she's screaming. And so I'm curious to see like what changes they're gonna make, with our new culture or our current culture with technology, with with the whole YouTube stuff or whatever, or people always wanting to be on camera, streaming. So I want to see how they're gonna do that. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but I'm always interested in seeing a new Scream movie. We don't have Wes Craven directing it for obvious reasons, but I still want to see Scream, so that's going to be my number 10 spot there.
I don't think it's gonna be good
Why not?
because I feel like they always do this. Like they'll bring something back after like 20 years, and then it's plays kind of like on nostalgia or whatever.
Like Matrix Resurrections?
Yeah, or like they did it with Halloween, but I think Halloween was good. But I don't think this one's gonna be good. Like they're just bringing back the original cast.
I'm hoping it surprises me.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into this movie the same way I saw Matrix Resurrections, which was I don't care if it's good or bad. I'm just happy seeing another one because I never thought I was gonna see another one, and I'm a big fan of Scream series. So as long as it's a new one, I don't care because I just like the Ghostface.
Do you think it'll still be decent even though we don't have Wes Craven behind the camera?
Yes, because Wes Craven wasn't always perfect, so it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, how hard is it to mess up a Scream movie? I think, you know. So I mean, I think having the original cast is gonna help, big time.
Were you a fan of Scream, like overall?
To be honest, I feel like I was always too scared to watch a Scream movie.
Oh, okay.
So I'm the energy behind it. I think is cool, like because it's one of those like it's not scary, but it's just shocking kind of movie.
But not like Saw, shocking.
No. Saw to me is more gory than it is like
Yeah.
a thriller.
Oh, I just forgot something. When I first heard about this movie, did you guys like Ready or Not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I like
made
that.
by them, right?
Oh, I don't know actually.
Yeah, I remember hearing that they were going to be the ones making the movie, and since I really enjoyed that movie, I got excited for the Scream movie.
I did surprisingly like that movie. Cause
Yeah, that one was actually really good.
Yeah, so
Which one?
Ready or Not?
Never
Yeah.
even heard of
Is
it.
that the one? The
That's
Bride?
the actress. She kind of looks like Margot Robbie, but it's not her.
She's
Let's
in
see.
The Babysitter.
Oh, I like her.
It says Ready or Not, why Scream 5 is perfect for the horror movies directors. Ready or Not and Scream team board MGA High School horror reunion in Scream. So yeah, so it looks like they are involved in this one. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I did like Ready or Not. Like,
yeah. And then seeing the commercials for Ready or Not, I didn't care too much for the movie, but I enjoyed the movie. So maybe same thing with this movie.
I was gonna say, I think they're gonna try to make this one like lean more towards the comedy, but like obviously still have like the thrilling part of it. I feel like that's like the new formula for these type of movies.
Okay.
Like makes it more shocking when they have like a lighter air about them, because then it's more shocking when it's scary.
When it's
what I mean?
violent.
Like when something happens, yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
What was your favorite? I was gonna say, what was your favorite Scream movie? What was your favorite Scream movie, Ivan?
First,
Hello, Cindy.
And yours, Jessica?
My favorite one, maybe was it the second one?
When they go to college, when she goes to college,
Yeah, maybe it's that one. No. The one I think it's your least favorite.
the one which they're filming Stab 5 or whatever the fuck, or
It's
Stab
with that
3.
one chick. She like stab. Spoiler. She like stabbed her.
that's 4.
Oh, 4.
Yeah, 4 was good. I like.
Oh, okay.
God, there's so many.
And now there's another one.
For me, it's 1, 4, 2, 3.
Okay.
2 was actually pretty bad. If you watch it recently,
I like Scream 2.
yeah, but if you watch it recently, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
You can tell that they did make the movie try not to get it spoiled. So a lot of the things in the movie don't make sense because they were still editing and they did multiple
okay.
takes.
What about you, Joe? Do you have a favorite Scream movie?
Um,
Have you seen all of them?
not all of them, so I have to
Okay.
say the
I
first
just hope they
one.
finally kill like Courtney Cox.
Why?
Because I don't know. I just feel like they haven't killed anyone.
They should kill at
really.
least one of the 3, right?
Yes, like they haven't really killed anybody.
I hope Dewey sacrifices himself for
That guy should-
for
Sydney?
Sydney. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, that guy should have died after the first one. And the second one, he was all like moving like this, because he got his ass stabbed, and
I know.
then he got stabbed again.
Yes, and he got shot. Did he get shot? I thought he got shot.
I don't know. He's
I don't know. He's
He's
all over
like-
the
So he
place.
should be dead.
he's like
pretty
Jason.
much.
I know, seriously.
It's like, well, you should be the fucking killer at this point.
Seriously.
And they
I
said
wouldn't
you
be
haven't,
surprised.
and
I
then you haven't seen
them.
it.
I'll
Oh.
probably watch them when this one's about to come out.
The first one is scary. Like it still to this day like makes my heart race, even though I know
Especially
what's gonna
the
happen.
beginning. It's pretty scary.
Yeah. Maybe that is my
Yeah, the
favorite.
best
It's so
opening
scary.
is definitely the first Scream with what's her name?
Drew
Drew.
Barrymore.
Drew yeah, that's right.